Let's hear it. We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the show.
You're so calm.
I know. I'm not normally calm. Hey, everybody. It's Chris from the Charity Board Gamer. I am here with the amazing Mandi Hutchinson of the Dice Tower, of To Die For Games, and just all around just amazing vocalist. That's what I have to say.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, hold on. I have to say that you have an amazingly beautiful tone in your voice. When I've heard any of the podcasts in the past where you sing, I'm just like, I could relax to this. I could just be able to unwind. And so, so tonight we're going to be talking a little bit about Mandi. Of course, we're going to talk a little bit, not so much, it's Gen Con weekend, but we'll let Mandi be able to just relax and not worry about so much about that. But we're going to talk a little bit about Mandi. We're going to talk about some board games that we're just enjoying. And then at the very end, we really want to talk about two charities. We've got Black Girls Code, which is an organization that helps out with girls being able to get into coding and learning these things and being able to actually find outlets that are very productive for them as they grow up. And then we're going to talk about Ottawa Humane Society, which is another charity and nonprofit that's dear to Mandi's heart. So we're going to be kind of talking about those things. And while we're doing that, I'm going to make sure that we have on here the links to those sites. Yeah. And I will put them in the chat. So, Mandi, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself? I'm going to quickly leave the screen as I'm pulling up the other sites. So don't be afraid. I am not leaving you. Okay?
Okay, so for those watching, this is probably nothing new. You're like, man, Mandi, we've heard this story before. But
yeah.
I'll give the short version. So a lot of you may have seen me on the Dice Tower. I do a show, Aptastic, where we look at digital games and play digital games. I do that with my co-host, Suzanne Sheldon, and we also do the Dice Tower podcast every second week. And I'm trying to guess, so you would have heard my voice. Sometimes people don't know what I look like, but they hear the voice. I also have my own channel, To Die For Games, which I'm trying to get back into. It's just been really busy with things, and I do video reviews on that. And
what, you're busy? I'm not used to you being busy. What are you talking about?
Oh, goodness gracious. And that's on top of my day job. So yes, I do have an actual day job that I go to. I'm a teacher by day. So that has become a virtual job now with all that's going on. So that's basically where you'll find me. I don't know if you want any more details about me.
The things I was going to ask is, what were some of the things that got you into board games when you were really young? Like, I know that's something that I find interesting. So
yeah, I think it's funny. Recently, who was I don't remember who I was talking to, but they asked me. Maybe it was Ruel on his Twitch channel, and
love Ruel.
Yes, he's so great. And he had asked me, so I'm looking at my glasses. It's driving me crazy. I think I slept on them. They're crooked. I digress. Okay.
They look good. They look
okay,
good.
As long as we're okay. So he laughed when I told him game time in my house was mandatory. Like, it was like, okay, we're having family time. Sit down. Oh, but I don't feel like it. I'm sorry. What now? Okay, let's go play games. It was fun, but it was like family time in our house was a thing. Like, and games was a way that we could get together. Some of the games we played, Catchphrase was a popular one. My brother may disagree because this is horrible. He was so bad at it. He was just awful. And we used to poke fun at him. And now that I think about it, that probably wasn't very nice. But yeah, so it was always a family thing. And growing up, this is embarrassing. And I've said this a couple times. There was a game, The Addams Family. Mm-hmm. I was obsessed with The Addams Family for a little while. And let's just be clear. It's not a wonderful game. It is what it is. And I would play that game solo. It's not a solo game. I just had to play something. And that was, it was my jam. And then I had to get rid of it because it was completely destroyed. But long story short, I always had to be playing games. And then I got away from it. I actually got into fashion and makeup artistry for a long time. And I started hanging out with a different group. So they weren't really into gaming as much. And then I came back into it. I said, hey, I kind of miss gaming. And then I just kind of said, hey, I'm going to go to a game night and see what's happening. And I just walked in. I didn't know anybody. And, of course, I have a look. So people were like, oh, hi. They're not used to it. And it went from there. They were great and got to get back into the swing of things. And, then I started seeing videos online. And I was like, oh, I don't really see a lot of people that look like me. And when I say that, I mean many things. That kind of is a very large container of things I'm talking about. But I just wanted to provide a different perspective. So I started my channel. It was just supposed to be for fun, and it's grown into something else.
That's pretty awesome. And yes, Jesse from Chicks Can Game says that Mandi, your magenta hair is on point.
Yes, and it is magenta. I had to color it like 3 times to get to this pink because I have varying shades. So I appreciate you noticing the exact color. So thank you very much.
Yeah, Jesse's awesome. I'm working with her and with Haba this weekend.
Oh,
so
nice.
yeah, and she and T are just amazing people. So
I'm doing a panel with T and a few other people. So
yeah, I think you've got Gates and Rodney and was it T, and then I don't know all the rest.
Elaine is on there. There's a few people I'm trying to remember, but there's quite a few of us. I'm very excited. But T has actually been one of the people from day one that has been very supportive of me, going forward. T
is just T has an energy and a passion that when you encounter them, it's infectious. It's just infectious. He was PAX Unplugged. I mention this every time. They had a claw, like one of those dinosaur claws,
right?
And was playing Valley of the Vikings using it. So
right, exactly.
Made for a good time.
And yes, let me correct my pronouns. Oh my goodness, I'm tired, so I'm not paying attention. That's no excuse.
I know.
T goes by they, them.
Yes, so they and them.
It's important. So
that's a big thing for Gen Con too, is making sure that if you are attending it, please put your pronouns on. Makes it so that way we can make sure that we address non-binary, pansexual, and any and whatever you prefer to be called. That's what we want to make sure that we are respectful and inclusive as much as possible.
Right. So. And you can see we slip up sometimes. I'm not perfect, but you own it.
Oh, I'm so mad right now.
Right, but you want to be respectful and make sure you did own it. So there, I did own it. It is they, them. T, if you're watching, I apologize, and I've corrected it.
T's not watching me. They were on last week. What are you talking about?
Oh, I know they're there.
Yeah, no, it's always fun to just be able to enjoy games with people in the hobby and just kind of relax and things of that nature. You said that it was mandatory though when you were younger. Did that take away any of the passion? Because I feel like I've seen at some conventions where parents will be there and they'll be dragging their kids, and their kids are like, I want to play the Switch right now. I want to play video games. And luckily some conventions, I think even Gen Con had it, where like there's like some video games and stuff for kids to be able to enjoy and just kind of relax. But I can picture the passion kind of being zapped out of you growing up.
So I grew up in a very strict household. So yes, if we didn't behave, you got the belt, or the wooden spoon, or, whatever was close by, or,
Oh yeah.
If you didn't, so whatever mom said went, you know what I mean? So in a way, yes, but no. Like once we got into it, we had fun. I didn't like the fact that someone was saying you have to, but then once we got into it, it was good. And I just, you remember silly arguments, and like chess is really big in my family. My uncles, they all have it. Dominoes. Oh, dominoes. I love me some dominoes. That can get pretty feisty. Those kinds of things, that it brings back a lot of memories. But I don't think I was ever resentful or upset going into it, because I knew in the end it would be fun.
Good.
So
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that I've seen situations where I'm teaching a game and it can be kind of like, I see what's happening here. And so like I'm having to kind of jump in and be like, all right, let's kind of bring back that passion between the parent and the child before this kid completely goes off the end and says, no, I don't want. Because that's the worst thing. I think that sometimes we might be diehard gamers and be really into it. And then you think about it, we have kids and we're like, all right, it's mandatory now. I've done that before myself, where I'm like, okay, we have to play this game by this day because we're going to be. Yeah. I mean, we have deadlines. It happens.
It totally happens. And maybe that's why now when I choose games, if I see a game that I'm like, ooh, it doesn't really look like my thing, I'm not going to ask to review it. Or, if they, I have a full-time job. I don't have a lot of time to review tons of games, so I'm a bit selective now. Am I going to love everyone? No, but I'm not going to go out of my way to. I see. Sorry.
T, you're actually watching us?
I told you.
I'm going to hear about this on the Discord later. No.
I totally lost my train of thought.
You're good. You're good. We were. It's all good. I understand losing your train of thought many times. My wife will tell you that it happens quite a bit.
Oh,
I wonder if she said something before I came down.
Oh
no! No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No. Oh gosh. Yeah. No. It's one of those things where same thing with us. We will. We've made it a point that kids are supposed to be involved.
Right.
I want them to be involved in everything that we actually play. Mm-hmm. And so if we're going to play something or if we're going to review it, first things first, I'm going to talk to the wife.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, is this something that you would like to do? Mm-hmm. Do you think this would be something you'd be interested in doing?
Right.
And then I'm at the mercy of the kids and their time. That's kind of how it is. Mm-hmm. If they're not feeling like playing a game tonight, we're not playing a game tonight.
Right.
If they just want to relax, cuddle up on the couch, watch a show with daddy, play some Mario Kart on the Switch, we're going to do that. And then I want them to have that passion to continue building. So that way, when I'm giving that time of myself to them, and then I say, hey, would you all like to play this game? Or what? Instead of saying, would you like to play this game? Instead of saying, what would you like to play?
Right.
And then they have the choice of the games.
Right.
And then they feel welcomed and invited. And then if we screw up or if we mess up on a rule, it's good. My wife reads the rule books on purpose so that way she can teach our kids a lot better than I can.
Right.
And that's what it is. It's one of those things where I don't want their passion to be driven out because we're playing games.
Sure.
I want that relationship to be with them saying, I love you more than these games. If tomorrow happened and it was a choice between that or this, I'm going to choose you no matter what. That's how it is.
Exactly.
But yeah, you and I both work full-time jobs, and you are busy as a teacher, and I'm busy at a hospital. And so
your job must be busy.
We just had a bunch of residents come in, so I was putting them all in the database and everything. I do the database side. Yeah. Thank goodness. But yeah, no, I could never do medical field. I mean, pediatrics, maybe. That would be something that I think would be a lot of fun because working with kids, helping them out. But at the same time, I think I would have the hardest time to see a kid get sick.
Yes.
And that's for me. I'm like,
absolutely. It's hard.
It's craziness. Mm-hmm. No, I mean your mom works or at least did some sort of nursing, right? Or
so she works in long-term care. So she's in one of the kind of right now high risk, I guess, type places because those are the groups that are getting hit really hard with COVID. So I know for her, they're subject to a lot of tests coming in, and I think recently people have been found to be positive. So it's a constant struggle. I think it's a bit stressful for her, but yeah.
Well, tell your mom that I appreciate her, and that I'm glad that she's doing better and everything because and that I love that she has a servant's heart when it comes to people. So
I will tell her; she'll be so happy.
Yeah. She'll be like, who is this guy? I don't even know who he is.
Oh, you don't know my mom. She's like, if she was here, she'd be like, oh, you'd say hello. She's so nice.
Was it bring? Oh, yeah. I agree, Ken. We will bring the kids to Calliope Games. Or maybe to, is it Ravensburger? Because I keep saying Ravensburger with my kids.
What do I say? Ravensburger. I don't know what I say, actually. I'm all over the place.
I don't know.
No, I think it's a Ravensburger. Yeah.
Yeah, to play that new Back to the Future game that Ken worked on.
I've been seeing that. I know. I haven't. It'd be cool. I mean, it's my generation, right, from my time. So.
Oh, it's great, and we just watched the movies with the kids.
Okay.
And so yeah, it's enjoyable because I mean, I was born in '81. How old do you think I am?
I'm only a year older than you.
I know. You're good.
Like, what?
You're good. You're good. It's all right. I look older. I think it's because once I got married, everything was good. But my hair was here. I had my first kid. It went back a little bit. Second kid. And then this third kid. I don't know what this is, but this I like to call my Elijah zone right here. The Elijah zone. So
Listen, with age, my hair used to be very full, and I feel from stress and age, it's not as thick as it once was. So I get
You
it.
look amazing. What are you talking about? You look amazing.
I hide it well.
Seriously, if anybody in the chat wants to say right now who looks older in the chat,
don't be silly.
You know that they're gonna say, they'll be like, Chris, you're balding. You've got gray hair. Seriously, my son looked at my hair the other day and said, "Daddy, all your hair's gray." I was like, "Oh, wait, Daddy, there's a small patch of blonde hair." I'm like, "Thanks." Oh, really? Oh, somebody's challenging. Okay, what does this say? Let me pull this up. Oof, almost missed this. Cool to put a face to the voice. Seriously, you don't know the face?
So
What's
many
up with
people,
you, William?
No, seriously, I go to conventions and people will hear my voice and be like, Mandy? Because they don't see me on camera. So nice to see you, William. And yeah, where are your headphones? Come on, everybody has to have a set of the kitty headsets.
I would love to get some headphones like that. I think if I was going to do a color scheme, I would go for like you remember the Charlotte Hornets? I think they were the Charlotte Hornets. I don't know if they still play basketball
purple?
anymore. But
was it purple? Purple and black?
They had that purple and that bluish, tealish. It was amazing. It was like a blend between blue and green. Like those were my favorite colors. I rooted for the team, not knowing who the players were, and because I love the colors of the jerseys. I mean, I remember Alonzo Mourning and Muggsy Bogues, and that was about it. The shortest player and the tallest player on the team. That's really all I remember. Yeah, it was, and then it was like, oh, who's your favorite team? And I'm like, Charlotte Hornets. Why? I love the color.
Right, and that's it. Exactly. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh. Here's Jess is challenging us real quick. Have 10 more kids and back here will be done. Thanks, Ken. Here's a few fun ones. Okay, yellow or yellow?
I say yellow. Je pense que le même en français, yellow.
Oh.
I think it's the same in French. I'm not sure. And come on. I think it was Simon, and I think they recently changed it to come on, which I have to say I'm getting used to that one. But I've always said yellow. But
yellow.
And I do realize I say it like I have a French accent. I don't know why.
See, I don't know much French. I only learned enough to sing a couple songs. I used to sing De Una Prison, which was on Arbre par-dessus le toit, c'est bleu, c'est comme la cloche dans le couvent, doucement tenta, en oiseau sur l'arbre couvent, jonte se planta. But I don't even know if I said it right. But it's a beautiful song where it was Duraflay who wrote it. And it's just the whole piece is the guy's in a prison cell. And he's singing about the beauty that's all outside. And then he gets to the very climax of the song where he's like, Mon Dieu, mon Dieu. And he's saying, my God. And he's saying, here I am inside of a cell,
right,
looking at all the beauty. And I can't enjoy it because of my crimes. So, yeah.
I try to interject a little bit because, I'm Canadian and French is our second official language. And so I try to when I can. I do use French mostly for work. I'm originally from Western Canada, which is not French speaking at all. Not to say that Francophones don't live there. It's just it's not as commonly like signs and stuff. The bilingualism is not as present. I live in Eastern Canada now where for my job, yes, you do have to speak French, and there are signs and everything is in both languages. So, so I try to throw that in when I can.
Let's see here. Oh, Ken is saying, Mandy, you aced the counselor in The Captain Is Dead.
Speaking of Ken's character was really good. I was like, wow, nailed it. Was it the, I forget the name. It was like a colonel type.
Admiral, wasn't it?
Admiral, thank you. Admiral, yes. It was quite good. Actually, it's funny. We commented on that. We're like, yes, this is very accurate.
Yeah, I have not played that yet. How'd that come about? How did you get involved with doing voiceover work like that?
It just randomly comes up. I've done stuff for Catan when it came out. They had a release. I think it was like last year or something. I don't remember exactly which one. So they had asked me to do something. And then I was at Essen and talking to a few people about apps and that they were working on. And they said, hey, would you be interested in doing this? And we just kind of talked about it. It was kind of non-committal. I didn't think it was anything. And then, no, we actually really want you to be in it. So, yeah, it just stumbles upon it. So I'm not like Eric, for example. If anybody listens to the podcast or watches the videos, Eric Summer, and that's his job, right? He does voiceover, but it's not like a thing. If people ask me to do it, I'll do it. I do it at work for now doing virtual videos for teaching and things like that. But yeah, that's the extent of it.
That's pretty neat. That's really cool that you're able to do that. Yeah, voiceover work is just seems like a lot of fun. I don't know, something about the idea of being able to not be seen and be able to just be able to be heard.
It's work though, because you have to you have to say, like, I think I ended up saying a line and I sent like 5 versions of, like, for example, saying no, like, depending on how it's written. And I'm like, it's 2 letters, but it conveys different messages, right? So
yeah, the influctuation of the voice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So here's a question I've got for you. Patio lanterns. That's the first time I ever heard patio lanterns.
Really?
Was on the podcast. Yes. So, and then I looked it up later. I'm like, the song is
catchy.
It's definitely catchy. But I was like, I'm sorry, it was not my favorite, but
it's very Canadian. Like, that is Canadians know that song. That is a staple Canadian song.
Oh,
I think he's from Chilliwack.
Uh-huh.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, I think
sure. So. Yeah. Chilliwack. Yes. Now he's not watching though. He's not watching.
No. But that's a classic.
But what's been your favorite song now? Did you do singing or anything like of that nature back in school, or did you do like anything professionally, or what did you do for singing? Because I mean, you have the tone. You've had some sort of training, I could tell.
I did theater, so I used to play. So I've done a few things with theater. I was in band and I played instruments. I've played several instruments. I haven't really kept up with that, unfortunately. But yeah, I did musicals. School, I actually choreographed and helped produce a school musical, high school stuff. And then I auditioned for some, I guess it's not really Broadway here, but it's kind of bigger type plays that we had here. So yeah, a little bit of that and a little bit of choir work.
With Pantages Theater or
no,
what?
No. Local.
Okay,
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like traveling. I think one audition I went, it was a big one. It was for West Side Story. Oh my goodness, that was something. That was probably my worst audition to date. It was some stiff competition.
What did you sing for? Did you do like I Feel Pretty?
No, I ended up singing. No? What did I sing? I ended up singing, I think, a song from Sound of Music. I either did Edelweiss, which P.S. is a very hard song to sing, or I think I did, these are a few of my favorite things. Something like one of those two I sang. I don't remember.
There, we got her to sing. See, I knew it.
It's there somewhere. But yeah, I think even at the game table, if someone says something and it makes me think of a song, I'll start singing, and then somebody else is like, I was going to sing that. And we start singing it. So I love making the table musical.
Oh, our youngest is singing nonstop right now. He's been, if we watch a movie or anything of that nature and he wants my wife's attention, like he'll start singing some sort of theme, and you can tell it's straight pulled out of a movie or something like. So you're like, ma 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 me mama me, and so and he'll be like mommy 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 until my wife responds, and so she'll be like, yes, son. But
like that's very creative. I like that.
Yeah. So like Marvel, we started to have fun with him because he would say mama, and it sounded like something out of Bohemian Rhapsody. So he'd be like, mama. And we'd all break out saying, ooh.
See, that was good.
But it's one of those fun things that we do, it's as a family, we got to have fun.
Music makes things lighter. I'm telling you.
It really does. What was the thing I think we talked about is and we talked about this before. If music be the food of love, sing on till I am filled no more. So
exactly.
So talking about filling, was it filling no more? No, I'm horrible with transition, so we'll just go right into it.
Sure, that's okay. If you listen to the podcast, I am equally as bad.
Yay! At least you have some sort of audio in the background that kind of like, all right, let's go to that. Do, 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 do.
Exactly.
Do, do. Yeah, I don't have that. All right. So tonight, one of the things that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to pull up the website and actually share it in the screen. Let's start with Black Girls Code, and I'm going to pull it up on my Chrome tab. And Mandy, I want you to go ahead and share about that. and talk about why this is important to you, why you think that others should be interested in it, and why it's close to your heart and what it means to you.
So generally, I go through a phase where I try to give my time to several charities. It's something I talk about a lot because I'm there to help them. It's not about me, sort of thing. So if we can bring awareness to certain things, I'll kind of highlight new ones that I've recently learned about, such as Black Girls Code. This is actually a newer charity that I've heard about, and this was actually presented to me by friend Robert Geislinger from Arcane Wonders, and I believe he is collecting donations toward this, so definitely check that out and put money toward it. But what stood out to me about it is it's really focusing on girls. I think 7 to 17 is the age group, specifically Black girls, they're not as present. You don't see them as much in, technology type fields, STEM research, mathematics related fields. Not to say they don't exist. It's just few and far between. So this is a way to say, hey, you can do it. Here are some resources to help you get there. And I relate to it because I literally had a teacher in high school tell me that I should never take anything to do with math.
What?
And yeah. So it was in high school. A high school teacher told me that I should never do any career or have anything to do with mathematics. Yeah. So that's probably another reason why I became a teacher, because I'm like, you should never tell somebody that. So, and I basically proved her wrong by taking math throughout school. And, was I an A+ in math? No, but I definitely did well enough that I could have gone into nursing or something that required that type of skill. So I like where this is going, and the fact that you're providing opportunities that may not have been there for these girls. And we want to see more representation in these fields. I know for myself, I love science. I actually might have become a nurse. I was close. It was straddling between the teacher or the nurse. Do you know what I mean? Because I love science. But I think I wanted to have a positive impact as a teacher on children's lives, and also to represent, hey, there are people that look like me that can be in these roles. So, because where I live, there aren't a lot of, I would say there's not a lot of Black teachers, even in my job. I'm the only one in this particular role in our group across Canada.
That's amazing. Yeah, this is a beautiful thing. I mean, look at the organizations. I'm looking at this, and I see Oracle. I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
That's huge. We use Oracle at work.
Yeah, Oracle is amazing. Yeah, I've used Oracle quite a bit. And then Google being behind it, Verizon, Capital One. Verizon, Capital One, and AT&T, those are good. But Oracle and Google being partners and sponsors to help out towards that is great. Especially when we're talking about Oracle working with SQL and stuff like that. That is big.
Absolutely.
SQL, and yeah, I mean, learning how to get involved with it, which is really cool. Oh, and they've got volunteer signups, which I like that. I noticed in here that it shows like different chapters, and you can even go ahead and purchase, related clothing from their shop to help support it, which is awesome. I love the fact that it's STEM heavy.
Yeah, which is really great to see.
Yep.
Yeah, the shirts are quite fun.
They haven't gone to the STEAM part. Have you? Because STEAM, I do like that astrophysics is part of STEAM. Which, but I mean, think about it. I like it. And so if you all are watching, you want to support this, there's that donate button right there on the screen. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to post that up there real quick for everybody to be able to look at. And it is blackgirlscode.com. So please, if you're interested, you want to support a good cause, that is definitely a good one to look at. Let's pull up the other one real quick.
Yeah.
And, let me share the other one.
Sure.
Yeah. So, if you're a teacher, please never tell your kid they can't amount to something. That's messed up.
Yeah. It was shocking. I remember it to this day, and I was like, I'm sorry, excuse me. I thought it was like, did teachers just actually say that to me?
That blows my mind. That upsets me. Let's see.
So, so don't do that.
just hold up a sign and mark segue and move on. Thanks, Ken. I'll do that next time. Actually, I'll spell it wrong, like the old segues that were around for a little bit. That'd be good. But Ken is awesome. So I think one of the best things I remember, and this is true, Thomas Edison's teacher told his mom that he could never amount to anything, that she could not teach him, and that he basically was mentally handicapped is the way that she addressed it. And then his mother then took the time to taught him, and then he went on to amazing things. I mean, come on, light bulb. Hello, light bulb. So yeah, don't let. Yeah, that blows my mind that a teacher would be like that. I don't.
Well,
like
and that could have gone a different way for me.
Yeah.
I just was of the mindset, no, I don't want anyone to ever have to hear that from somebody ever. You should be encouraging your students. And so that's the path I took, but that could have ended up very differently, right? It could have said, no, that really hurt me. Why am I even bothering? And just left it all together and may not have become a teacher. So. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did, because from previous conversations, it sounds like you really enjoy it, which...
I do. I love it.
Yeah, it's a blessing to have good teachers out there that are encouraging and actually help foster a good environment for kids and for adults. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Ottawa Humane Society. Oh, that dog is just adorable.
So cute, right? So
I want that dog.
I love animals. And animals for me, sometimes I like animals more than humans. But
Believe me, I understand. I understand that one quite a bit. We just got a cat that we adopted from a foster home.
Nice.
And we love her. She is adorable. And I'm just kind of like, late at night right now, she can't go up all the stairs to our house. And so it's kind of like, I will basically stay up with her, play with her, and then when she gets tired and kaput, I put her in her little bed, and then I'm just kind of like, close the door quietly. Like, okay, hopefully she doesn't come up. And then you all of a sudden hear her hurry up the little steps and like paw out the door area, like wanting to play, and I'm like, no. I need to sleep now. It's midnight.
Right? You need a break. Yeah. Well, earlier in the video, if you saw me kind of lean over and do this, that's because one of my dogs was trying to get in the room, but I have a light here, so it's blocking the door, and he's not too thrilled about that right now. So anyway, Ottawa Humane Society. We have there are many different organizations within the city that care for animals, or put notifications so you can adopt animals and that sort of thing. I've done more work with Ottawa Humane Society. Definitely some things that we've done. The Wiggle Waggle Walkathon. I just love the name of it.
The Wiggle Waggle. Where is that on here?
Go up to the top. I think that it's usually there. It is. No, it's right on the first page there with the dog.
All right. Where am I looking at? I'm
lose that menu altogether.
Okay, closing the menu.
There you go. Wiggle Waggle Walk. It's right where the dog is, right on top of the dog.
Oh, okay. All right. Rough times. All right.
I don't know if it's going to show the event. You may have to go to.
Yeah, it's probably going to open. Yeah. It looks like it's opening up a different
page. So yeah, things like that, and it literally is a walk. Everybody brings their animals, and it's a nice way to get together with other people, chat, and then get to know your animals and walk around. And it's just like a certain length of time that you walk, and people donate to be involved and to do that. So that's one that I help out with. I definitely don't think I could volunteer in the shelter, just because I'd probably want to take all of the pets. Like, I would want to take them all home. And that is a no-no. You're not allowed to do that, but I think it would make me sad. I worked as a vet tech for a while, and even that I had a hard time with, especially if someone's coming in because their pet's sick or dying.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, it was tough.
That's got to be, that has to be hard. Death isn't fun as adults, but death of a pet is hard sometimes.
For sure. So they're part of the family.
Because you've gotten so used to caring for that pet, and it's yeah. I mean, absolutely. I grew up. Yeah, I mean, what's been the pet that you've had the longest?
As in, like
the longest that you've lived. Like, how long have you had the longest pet?
I think my oldest pet would have been actually not that old. I think 12, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 12. Like, my current dogs now are about 8.
Okay.
So yeah, but 12 years maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Now, we had a cat for a little over 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, and I just got back to college, and I got the phone call. I'm like, no, I was not happy. So
no, it takes a toll. No. It's definitely really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was just gonna say, this is one of the bigger organizations for adopting pets in Ottawa. So this is one of the main ones. And like I said, they do a lot of events throughout the year to raise money. They're always looking for volunteers to help within the shelter as well. They have a page like this. This is updated, actually. It looks a little more jazzed up than it was
really
before.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. And then they
all
have
these different things on here.
Right. You can see some of the animals as well. And then you can set appointments to come and see them. So, but they're definitely involved in the community because they do a lot of big events in the main, well, maybe not this year with COVID so much, but yeah.
How are they handling that with COVID, with people wanting to adopt or deal with possibly fostering animals? Do you know?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I've been really busy as of late.
What?
So I haven't
You've been busy? What? You don't have free time? What?
I know. No, I usually try to touch base every so often. I'll be honest, since COVID started, I've been a little despondent with a few things. But as far as I know, I think they just recently allowed it. But even then, because it can be transmitted through pets and stuff, I think they're taking precautions. But I couldn't 100% say for sure what the actual procedure is right now, because I know they're scaling back in other places back to our step 2. We were moving to step 3 in the city to kind of get things a bit more open, and they've said nope, people are being stupid, so we're back to step 2. So I'm assuming it's probably in that range of appointments only sort of thing.
Yeah, I think with us, we when we adopted Socks, we had to the foster family met us there because she was having an eye appointment because she had 2 eye infections. So both eyes were infected. One eye had like an ulcer over it. And so the idea was everybody, if you were there, you had to stay outside of the building and then wait until somebody came outside, talk to you, and everybody kind of had to be away from everybody else.
Right.
Kind of the way it was, but
yeah.
No, I do like this whole. Tell me more about the wiggle waggle walk. Wiggle waggle walk.
Wiggle waggle walk. Yeah, I think I don't know why I call it walkathon. Maybe that was the old name, but it's just a way. It's literally a set walk that they have Main Street downtown, and you can either get people to sign up and say, hey, this person's going to finish the walk, I'm going to donate this much. Or sometimes people it's just a way to be involved in a community event. I usually am the person that's at a desk collecting the monies or, information, that sort of thing. My dogs do not play well with others. So I generally can't bring them to these types of events. It gives them a bit of anxiety. But yeah, it really comes across as a community building thing with your pets. Nice. And then people get to pay to be involved in the walk or to have somebody involved for them in the walk. So it's really simple. It's really just that. And then I think they have like refreshments and drinks and that sort of thing available. But it really is just a community bonding event with your pets.
What type of now you have one dog or do you have more than one?
I have 2.
You have 2?
Yes. I have a Maltese.
Okay.
And for those who don't know what a Maltese is, it's a really small white dogs. You've probably seen them in dog shows. They have the really long white hair. They're tiny. Yeah.
Fabio hairstyle.
Fabio hair, yes. They're
Fabio
very cute.
Hair, yes.
And I have an Affenchew.
What in the world is that?
So it's an Affen Pinscher mixed with a Shih Tzu. So if anybody in the chat speaks German, they will know what it means. So Affen or Affen Pinscher, I don't know if it's the whole name, means monkey face. So he looks like an Ewok.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. See, I just thought of a Pokemon when you said Affenchew. I'm like,
no, Affenchew. And they're literally like one's pure white, and the other one's black with like the tuxedo. So like the little white little paws. But they're both small. They're both like at most maybe 10 to 12 pounds for the one of them. The other one's like 8.
That's craziness.
So they're small.
So yeah, no, that's I like these organizations that make it possible for families to be able to make sure that these animals get a nice home.
Yeah,
it's because there's some places where it's like, oh, they're not able to be taken care of, or they're not able to, or maybe there's a family that's just maybe not able to after a while because of circumstances. But I love humane societies for being able to take these pets, try to help them rehabilitate or at least find ways to foster them and get them back into homes, which I love that. So
exactly.
Yeah. Now I have to look up that dog later because an Ewok looking dog is pretty cool.
He's and maybe I don't know if it's like the Shih Tzu mix with it, but I kid you not, I put like a little kind of cloth thing over his head. And my mom's like, he looks like an Ewok. I'm like, he does, doesn't he?
What'd you name him?
Oh, I left the name. So both of my dogs are, well, one's technically a rescue. It's hard to explain, but one is definitely like came from the Humane Society. So his name was Coco. So I just left it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, at the time I got him, I think I named him Coco, and I said, well, his middle name can be Chanel, but
I like it.
It's Coco. And the other dog is Mellow, so I left the name that he had. But he's not mellow at all. That dog barks at everything. Yeah.
Is it are they both very protective of you, or if somebody comes over, or?
The Maltese is very, like, when people are around, I think he's got like a bit of anxiety. So when people come around, he's like, yeah, hi, and then see you later. And then he's just gone. He's hiding or he's out somewhere. If he likes you, he'll be around you, but otherwise, no. The other one is a people dog. Needs to be around people. That one is more my dog, so he needs to be around me. Usually I'm working because this is my workstation. He'll be right down on the floor here. He has to be right here. So yeah, this is making them very clingy, this COVID. I don't know if anybody else has noticed with their animals, but COVID has been making my dogs extremely clingy.
I would bet, because you think about it, most of the time we're out of the house, they're at home, they're just kind of, oh, when are they coming home? Are you home yet? Are you home yet? Now it's kind of like you don't know how to respond because they're always looking at you, and it's like, no, we had a goldfish for the longest time. The goldfish is still with us, but which blows my mind. But yeah, no, having a cat for us is one of those things where it's like, we've got to clean litter boxes and stuff again. I'm not used to that anymore. But now our youngest though wanted to make sure that the cat was his cat. So he said, okay, sure. You feed it, you clean the litter box, you've got it. It is your cat, buddy. So he's learning now.
Yeah.
He's going to have a litter box to clean tomorrow because I just heard the cat.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, craziness.
But having dogs are it's like having a 2.5-year-old child that never grows up.
Do they throw temper tantrums too?
Of course they do.
See? Williams.
Yeah, I'm reading the comments.
Inside of one of us. She loves shelter in place. Very true. William, your dog is beautiful.
It's so cute.
I can
see the picture. It's super cute.
Yeah, and are you wearing a shark hat? I've always wondered if that's a shark hat or something. I don't know what that's about. But I
think someone else said that their dog is always under their feet, and that's my dog. Same thing. I'm in the kitchen. I'm like, oh yeah, there it is.
That's Allison from Kids Planning.
Yes, so. and my dogs are small, so I have to really be careful because they're so tiny. If you have a bigger dog, it's easier to kind of move out of the way, But yeah, it's a problem sometimes.
Yeah, it's I love having a pet, and it's nice when we have organizations that help us to do that for these animals and be able to take them in. Mm-hmm. Let's hear yes, I am. Okay.
That's awesome. I love it.
And so thank you. She knows. She knows she's the center of attention. Yep.
Is it a King? Is it King Charles? King Charles? What's the name of that dog? It's driving me crazy. Cap. It's like it's a royal name and I can't think of it. Anyway, I'm curious about the breed.
Oh, nice. That was from a performance I was in. Beatrice was my first.
I love it.
That is really cool. Yeah, William. He's on the media group site, the media page that's on Facebook and everything. And then he also helps, I think, moderate a lot of the stuff, and he brings a lot of great points and thoughts. And then he, of course, has his YouTube, which is really good too. So yeah, it's always enjoyable. But we haven't talked about games the whole time.
I know, and people are probably like, "Get to the games."
I know, but we know what's coming up. This weekend is going to be big. What is the one thing here? We'll talk about what is the one thing that you are looking forward to this weekend.
Oh my goodness. So this weekend there's a game that I'm going to be playing, and it's just a little, that's it. Cavalier King. I knew it was King Charles in there somewhere. Stand it. That's exactly what it looks like. Yes. Very cute. I'm playing a lot of live plays this weekend, and I have some panels and interviews. The one game though that I'm really looking forward to playing, it's a small game, but it's so cute. I think it's Gudetama.
Renegade Games.
Yes. Oh,
Yes,
have you looked this
the little
up?
egg yolk.
The little
Yes.
egg.
Oh my god.
No, it's adorable. And anyway, if you have a chance to check it out this weekend, you should, because I think we're live streaming our play of it. I think that's happening on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. And the cards in that game would make fantastic shirts. I am trying to convince them to make shirts. I would buy at least 3.
Well, it's something, is it out of Japan that it comes from, or where's it from?
Suzanne was telling me, and I don't remember. I think it must be some kind of animation or cartoon or something, because she had mentioned it before. I don't remember exactly where.
Yeah, because there's more to Gudetama than just the game. There's something that's like it's like an IP, and so I know it's I think it's from over in Asia. But and then Renegade, I think, picked it up, which is awesome, because Renegade just really does a really good job, like helping indie publishers and others come over and get their games out there. So I've enjoyed that. But yeah, no, I know Sunday, after I get done with playing, what is it called? Whistle Mountain. I think I'm going to play Whistle Mountain.
Nice.
And then right afterwards, I'm going to go over to the Renegade Discord and see what they've got going on, and try to get it on at least maybe a demo or 2.
Yeah, because I think I'm doing a couple, not running them, but I'm part of the group playing them. I think Viscounts. Viscounts is great. That is a really good game. So if you have a chance, you should check that one out. And I think I'm also playing another Athenium. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So another one it's about books. I love books. So
hey, books are great.
Very exciting. So
one of my favorite book-themed related games was Fire in the Library recently.
Yes, I have that on the shelf. It was next on my pile to play, and then COVID hit, so basically everything took a back seat.
Yeah, you're not as fortunate to have a family right nearby to just be like, hey, you want to play something? And a
lot of online stuff.
Yeah. But I bet Carla's probably doing something like that, though. I bet she has something like Tabletopia or TTS probably for people to be able to try at least. So
I think a lot of people are doing that. So it's definitely something I should check out to see if it's available. So I just played Tekkenu recently. Oh, so good. So good. I haven't played a real crunchy game in a long time, and then I just played that and then Viscounts after. So I'm like, this is fantastic.
See, I am curious what I will see. I know I've got a couple things I'm going to look at with Z-Man Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning. I don't know what time it will be. I think it's afternoon, and then it's Bezier, and then Renegade, and then I think after that I'm just going to kind of relax.
That's a lot. I mean, and I did a video for Pandasaurus and with Theo. I don't know if you've seen Theo online, and they have so much stuff.
Gamer guy.
Yeah, so much stuff coming out. So I had a few interviews, but I'm really excited about some of the ones. They came to my house again. We're trying to figure out a way to play games virtually. So I don't know if anybody else is in the same boat, but Suzanne and I are literally, and she's posted it on Twitter. So, the little camera down with, the game, and then, okay, move this piece for me here. We got to get games played, right? And that just has to be the way. So, yeah.
We've been doing the virtual thing at night where we'll do, we'll have like last week we did using cues. So we had the camera down. We used Zoom because Zoom has a share camera. Yep. So that way we can take Zoom straight to Twitch and play it. The only thing I learned was that my 2 webcams using the G Hub caused both of them to adjust when I messed with the exposure.
I was going to tell you, Skype does that too, because I use Skype for live streams. When I stream through OBS, you have to use the filter to set them. So there's in OBS, I don't know if you use something very similar, but there's a filter that I forget what it's called, but it basically locks it so it doesn't do this.
Yeah, you think it would do that, but it's like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, and I didn't know until I was looking online. I'm like, oh, yeah, glad to know that now, because in the middle of the stream, all of a sudden I could see out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, why is that screen resizing? To come to find out, you do have to lock it by putting a filter. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm going to have to try that next time. But yeah, because it was crazy. We had the, yes. Oh, thanks, Allison. I'll put that up there. That's nice. Very cool.
Aw, that's so nice.
Yeah, Allison and Daniel come on, and there's Jason Winterfeld. Jason's great. Jason does a lot of amazing demos at conventions. So I'm wondering, Jason, if you're actually doing any this weekend, because that's one of those things that he helps out with booths and everything, and just Really nice guy. Really nice guy. But yeah, no, it's we had to lift up the exposure on the board.
Yeah.
So then this became shinier than the sun. So I had to put on a zombie filter for my head. I was like, so everybody was joking about it the whole rest of the game. And I was just like, thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
right. Thanks so much.
No. But yeah, no, tonight we're playing Wavelength, which I think will be a lot of fun. Ken's going to actually be the co-host for it. So
cool.
I don't have a copy of it yet, and he's got a copy. So we're like, all right, Ken, you're running the show, and we're going to have fun. You don't have the tech to support them. No, Jason, we need to get you some tech. We need to get you some tech so you can do that stuff because it's a lot of fun. It is so much fun. Those of you who like Jason or have actually worked with Jason, get him some tech. Get him some tech. All right? But I don't know why I keep pulling this up like I'm about to drink more water.
I'm afraid to pull up my water bottle because the top of it's greenish tinged. So this is what happens when you pull green things.
I love it. It's like a magical potion.
Picks up my green screen.
That's no. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and end for the night. Yeah. Even though I seriously think we could talk for another 30 minutes.
I know, right? Just about everything.
It's nice. But yeah, no. But if you, like I said, if you are all interested in getting involved with either of those charities, I'm going to pull them back up on the screen. There is blackgirlscode.com and there is ottawahumane.ca. So yes, it's in Canada. So don't worry. The conversion rate's pretty good for US dollars. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, you're missing no. Oh. Yeah. Jason, we miss you too, man. You need to just come on sometime and play with us. So yeah, and thank you. Thank you.
Like this ready.
Thank you, Admiral. Hold on. Doesn't the captain die and the captain is dead? That's not good. That's not good at all.
Oh no.
It's basically like saying I'm a red shirt.
Yeah.
And he's telling you to play with us. If you want to, that's up to you. I know you've got a lot of stuff that you're trying
normally
to get done.
I would love to, but I have a couple of interviews and gameplays I have to do on the weekend. So I have to be a good person and prepare. Do my research and prepare. But thank you. Next time for sure.
Research? I just kind of went off the cuff and just was like, hey, random stuff, blah, 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 blah.
But I do interviews very much the same. It just, as it comes to me, I like a conversation, how you're doing it. I think it makes people more relaxed and, they tell you lots of things without it feeling like it's an interview. But I do like to get an idea of how people are, some of the things they've done. So I can throw some other questions in the mix that maybe they don't expect.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing I like is that we've at least talked a little bit beforehand with Messenger and Instagram. I think that's all. Yeah, with those two. And it's been good conversations. It's been
hard, not consistent. I apologize to anybody who's been messaging me lately. It's just been wild. So I apologize. I do get back to you eventually, but just might take a while.
Hey, eventually is okay. If any of you are wondering, why hasn't Mandi responded to me yet? Mandy's busy. She has a job. And then on top of that job, she has another job. And on top of that, she's got another job. She's trying to run a lot. So I very much understand that. So don't feel guilty or upset about not being able to immediately respond, because I mean, you have your life and you need to do what's best for you and what's best for your wellness. It's not about the wellness for everybody. It's only when you're able to take care of yourself that you're able to take care of others.
And unfortunately, I'm one of those people that doesn't say no a lot. And that's something I've had to learn over the years. Like, it's okay to say no. People won't be upset, So I'm working on it.
Yeah, I know. I understand. My wife is the same way.
Okay.
She seriously, somebody will ask her, hey, can you go ahead and give me a ride?
Yeah.
And she'll just immediately hop in the car and do it.
Yeah.
That's how she is.
Yeah.
And that's the way, I mean, it's great that we can be that way. But sometimes we have to be able to take care of ourselves and be able to just rest not just our body, but also our mind, and be able to relax. And then just from there, then say, okay, now I can give of my time and make this happen. But I appreciate your time tonight. If all of you have not clicked on one of those links yet, the question is why. And then also, you're going to be seeing, of course, plenty of Mandi. Oh, yes. I love the headphones.
I get that a lot, actually. So I do have it. Unfortunately, my green screen's picking up the green. That's why they're disappearing. You can put them, you notice they're blinking. You can change the sequence, and they also do it on the side as well. So you can.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so it's really fun.
What is that? Is that Razor?
Yeah, so I have the whole Razor.
Okay.
Pink Kraken collection. So yeah, I'm obsessed.
See, I went with the Cooler Master Storm for some of my stuff, but then I was going to go for the HyperX for the headphones, and then like iPhone, this works with my Yeti Blue. I'm happy.
I have lots. I've got the iPhone ones here. I've got some Bose ones over there. I've got a mic over here. I mean, I got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, as long as you have like the good software to at least help the gain and stuff, you're good. You're pretty good. So yeah. Exactly. No, but everybody, thank you all again. Once again, Mandi, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I hope you are able to get some good rest, to have a great weekend, to not feel any stress or weight on your shoulders, and that everything just kind of goes smooth for you throughout this weekend. And for those of you, remember, if we can gather at a table, we can also do the same for a good cause. So if you want to, go ahead and support one of those charities tonight. Click on that donate button, make an impact, and do some good for your community. But everybody, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks.
Have a great evening.
Au revoir. À la prochaine.